welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out top 10 actors who nail the English accent. How am I doing?
Many have tried, most have failed. But every so often there's an attempt that doesn't offend our ears. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors who can nail the English accent.
Alright.
For this list we've gathered the best and most convincing English accents in film and TV. All fabulously feigned by American and Canadian actors. Number 10, Mike Myers, the Austin Powers franchise.
Oh.
We kick things off with a caricature of the British super spy genre, but a comic accent that actually holds up, most of the time. Yes, Mike Myers' Austin Powers inflection is OTT, but that's all part of the charm. Powers' well-rounded mutterings on all things shagadelic skirt the Queen's English stereotype, but blend it with a roughness to make it seem quite genuine.
I thank you.
The jury's still out on Fat Bastard's Scottish snarl.
Get in my belly!
But Austin's intonation is pretty groovy, baby.
I love Mike Myers. I think both of his parents are British, and that's probably why, or maybe Scottish. I don't remember. I think British. Maybe not. But that's probably why.
Yeah!
Number 9, Angelina Jolie, Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Oh.
A film which forced accent changes throughout the cast. The first Tomb Raider sees Scots actor Ian Glenn switch to English and the Englishman Daniel Craig adopt American. But Angelina Jolie takes the title role, masking her US tones with Lara Croft's clipped and quintessential cadence.
This is Angelina Jolie doing a British accent, and it's actually very good, but I had to cut it for copyright.
Jolie doesn't have a pitch-perfect history with accents, but
good.
This one's on the right side of believable. Bringing a high-class sound to a high-octane role, Jolie's Lara owns every scene she's in.
Yeah, from what I haven't seen this film, but from what I hear right now, that's really good to my ear. She sounds British. Angie, way to go.
Number 8, Johnny Depp, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Oh.
To another actor who's tackled an English accent on multiple occasions, with varying success. Jack Sparrow's dagger drawl is instantly recognisable, but Johnny's Sweeney Todd trod closer to Cockney, with some listeners comparing both voices to Rolling Stones rocker Keith Richards. Ultimately, Depp's Demon Barber boasts a unique snarl with a blend of British influences. Of course, Johnny spends most of this movie mid-song, so consistency is key, and he doesn't disappoint.
Now this is Johnny Depp doing a British accent, but again I had to cut it for copyright. It's pretty good. Never seen Sweeney Todd, but what I just heard sounds pretty good. Yeah, Johnny Depp. Pretty strong actor too. I'm afraid his social iconography, is that the phrase? I'm afraid it overshadows his acting.
Number 7, Maggie Gyllenhaal, the Honourable Woman. Acceptable accents are a shared trait for the Gyllenhaals, with Jake pulling off a passable effort for the otherwise pretty pants Prince of Persia movie. But Maggie deserves most credit for her role in the 2014 BBC series The Honourable Woman. In the show, Maggie plays Nessa Stein, a high-ranking businesswoman who becomes the Baroness of Tilbury. And given that most of her scenes are stacked with emotional intensity, she carries her character's voice with conviction. It's one of many reasons she bagged a Golden Globe for the role.
This is Maggie Gyllenhaal doing a British accent, and it's the best so far. Wow, she's really good. That sounds good, right? These are all convincing me. I mean, the Mike Myers thing was over the top, but that's the character. Wow, really great. Jake Gyllenhaal too. That was good, right? I think it was good.
Number 6, Kevin Kline, As You Like It.
Okay.
Kenneth Branagh's contemporary adaptation of this Shakespeare comedy suffered some scathing reviews, but Kevin Kline's performance proved a definite highlight.
This is Kevin Kline doing a British accent, and it's actually not too great.
Starring as Jacques, the Missouri-born actor won a Screen Actors Guild Award for his work, thanks in large part to the effectiveness of his accent.
Again, this is Kevin Kline doing a British accent, and it just sounds like a guy from Missouri kind of softening his R's a little bit. Check it out if you want to hear it. It's not good.
There's probably no truer test of an actor's English intonation than the Bard's Elizabethan best, and it's a test that Kline clearly conquers. And that's despite the original play being set in Europe, and Branagh relocating the action to Japan, for some reason.
I don't know about this one. To me, he sounds like an American doing a British accent. I don't think that's very. There's something about it that's not clicking for me with that. Kevin. I mean, he has an Oscar though, so who am I to criticize his accent, right?
Number 5, Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes. There aren't many more iconic or intrinsically English characters than Sherlock Holmes, so many raised an eyebrow when Guy Ritchie cast Hollywood hotshot Robert Downey Jr. as the super sleuth in 2009. Sure, Jude Law brings enough Englishness for two, but could Robert Downey Jr. really convince in the lead role? Yeah, he could. Downey Jr.'s Sherlock taps into Holmes' eccentricities with the wizened tones of someone always with the answers on the tip of their tongue, and any accent that holds up against Mark Strong's booming vocals is a winner in our eyes.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Way to go, Robert Downey Jr. That's good. That's good. Yeah, what a task to take on Sherlock Holmes. Like, it better be good.
Number 4, Michael Keane, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer. This is Spinal Tap.
Awesome.
In the mid-80s, David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls were better known as one of the most famous British rock bands on the planet, Spinal Tap. However, not only was the group set up to parody heavy metal music, but its three main members weren't even British. US comedians Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer all pulled the wool over everyone's ears with their humble home counties Essex-esque approach, faking their accents for the entire mockumentary. It's only rock and roll, but we liked it.
Yeah, I would not have expected this to show up on the list, but they are good. It's convincing. I mean, I guess I remember thinking Christopher Guest and Harry Shearer were actually British. I knew Michael McKean wasn't because I'd seen him in other things. But yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Number 3, Gwyneth Paltrow, Shakespeare in Love.
Okay.
An actress whose early career is peppered with English roles, Gwyneth Paltrow plays the English Rose better than most, despite being born in LA. The actress scored international fame and an Oscar when she starred as Viola in Shakespeare in Love. Looking and sounding far from out of place in Merry Tudor England, her accent's all the more effective because Paltrow doesn't waver during high-tension moments. A romantic comedy period drama with an American taking the lead, this film might have been a laughingstock. Instead, it was the toast of critics everywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty convincing, I think. Fun fact, Shakespeare in Love was nominated for Best Picture the same year that Saving Private Ryan was nominated for Best Picture. And today, people don't really remember Shakespeare in Love. Saving Private Ryan is considered something that pushed filmmaking into another era. Funny thing is, Shakespeare in Love was produced by Harvey Weinstein. Saving Private Ryan was not. Harvey Weinstein enacted a very aggressive campaign to get this voted Best Picture, and it worked.
Number 2, Rene Zellweger, the Bridget Jones franchise.
Oh, right.
To another icon of Englishness, but another brought to the big screen by an American actress. Rene Zellweger puts in a career-defining turn as Bridget Jones, whose eponymous diary fuels one of the UK's most popular rom-coms. Zellweger was taught her accents by the same voice coach as Paltrow had worked with for Viola, Barbara Berkeley, and Bridget's voice now seems as much a part of her character as big pants and embarrassing fancy dress. A playful, prim and proper tone, it certainly catches the attentions of Messrs. Cleaver and Darcy.
I've not seen Bridget Jones's Diary, but what I just heard sounded really good. Like, really good. Didn't she win an award? I think she won an Oscar. Did Rene Zellweger win an Oscar? Oh, she's won 2 Oscars. Oh, right, for Judy. Okay. Wow, I forgot that was her. Did she win the first time? Cold Mountain, right. That was a good film. Yeah. I'm glad she's working again. She's a great actor.
Number 1, Meryl Streep, the Iron Lady.
Of course.
It's one thing to tackle the vocal nuances of a fictional character, quite another to recreate the pitch and range of a figure from history. Meryl Streep stepped into Margaret Thatcher's shoes for the Iron Lady in 2011, receiving widespread acclaim for her portrayal of the controversial PM.
This is Meryl Streep doing Margaret Thatcher, and she says negotiate. Negotiate. It's good, though.
And Streep's award-winning performance includes some spot-on voice work. The celebrated US actress plays on Thatcher's polished tones as if they were her own, commanding authority whenever she speaks. It's inflection perfection on a prime ministerial level.
Well, yeah, I should have known she would be on the top of the list. She's very good with wigs and accents. I mean, she's very good in general, but give the lady a wig. I would like to see a top 10 list of the worst British accents. I think that would be fun. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video with me, and I'll see you next time. Later. Was that good?